Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna get on here today and just review some of my storm footage from 2021. Also, we'll go over some photos, just kind of look at everything. I was just gonna start doing an inventory of all my video and photos from this year, and I figured why not do a live and do it that way and have some Q&A as we go. But yeah, so I'm gonna wait until a few people get on here, and then I'll kick it off and get it going. I was just gonna start doing it for everybody that is on right now. I'm just getting everything set up. Gonna copy the link, share it to a few places, Facebook, all that kind of fun stuff on my Discord. If you're not on my Discord, make sure you go join my Discord, and then we'll get started here in just a second. Send it out on my Facebook page. What up, everybody? All right. What up? Hey, what's up, Christopher? What's up, Ryan? Robin, what's up? Hey, sorry, just checking out the chat. Yeah, so I'm just going to be reviewing some of my tornado footage, my storm footage, storm chasing. Maybe we'll even look at some Hurricane Ida footage. I just kind of had to do an inventory of it all. So I figured I'd get on here and live and do it with you all so you guys could have questions and ask. I'm going to go ahead and get my TikTok up and going too. People are poisoning the other, so it's giving us bad weather. You know, I don't know if I could really argue with that, to be honest with you. But hey, so we're gonna get into this real fast, and I'm gonna start here with my intro and get it going. Oh, hey guys. See you in there. Hey, alright, so here we go. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better, Kitty Hawk. I'd say I'm probably 90% now, so that's pretty good for me. Pretty good for me. Alright. Make sure I got everything going. So yeah, while we're waiting for some more people to get on and do all that kind of stuff, I was wondering if you guys wanted to just have any Q&A, ask any questions. I'm going to go ahead. I'll put up my desktop just a little bit over there. Ooh, there we go. Oof. Robin said, oof. But yeah, so I have all different kinds of footage. So I have footage from my GoPro. Mainly it's GoPro, and then I also have. What's crazy is last year I was putting a lot of effort into streaming on TikTok. Hey TikTok. So when I was streaming on TikTok, that was mainly what I was putting my focus on. So the downside of that is the streaming footage is usually not that great on TikTok because basically you can download it all after you're done. So I have that footage. Next year I'm going to be focusing way more to using my mirrorless and my actual real cameras to get footage of the storms. But I figured, let's go through and look at all this, see what's up. Let's go ahead and check out some photos while we're waiting. Let me see here. What type of which photos do we want to see? I also got to get so much better at just having a good organization system for all of my footage. It's all over the place. Yeah. What's up? I don't know if I'll do that on this one, CIA, just because I'm going to be like reviewing the footage that I took this year. But I think that's a really good idea. Maybe to like go and like do some of these more historic tornadoes and maybe do like an in-depth of what's happened with them. I would have to prepare a little bit for that, just because as I am a fan of, storms, I honestly would be lying to you if I told you I just knew off the top of my head all the information about all the different tornadoes. I know a lot of people are really good at that. That's honestly just kind of not something my brain, let's just put it this way, my memory's not so great. So, I don't do those that often. But hey, let's look and see, which one do we want to pull up first? Let's look at some of the let's look at March 13th. This was like this was the first tornado I saw this year. So yeah, let's go ahead and all right, here we go. So let me switch it over so you guys can get, I'm sure you'd probably rather see the photos like this and have me reacting to it a little bit bigger here. So this was from, pull up the folder again, that's the only way I remember the dates, March 13th. So yeah, this was just like a random, as a photographer, I do take some just random stuff, and I thought this was kind of neat. When you get out and you go storm chasing, honestly, a lot of times you're there several hours before storms even form. As you can see there in the background of this one, the clouds are just getting ready to go up, just started forming storms, and I just saw this warning sign. And it felt like pretty, I would say like, it felt right, because that's the time of the day where it does start feeling like a warning. Like nothing's happened, but you start getting you have that really like, humid feeling in the air. You get those winds. It just feels like warning, like something's coming. Let's take a look here. Let's move on. Okay, this is cool. This is just a photo of my one of my chasing buddies, Andrew. He was taking a photo of this supercell getting ready to form. As you can see there, what he's photographing is basically cumulus clouds getting ready to go up. It looks like at that point, definitely hadn't broken the cap yet there, but basically those cumulus were just starting to bubble, starting to form, starting to go up. I believe he was doing a time lapse there. And so just so you know, if you ever go chasing with me, if you're storm chasing with me, or you're just like a buddy, or even if you're just doing a ride along, you're probably going to get a lot of photos of you while we're out storm chasing. It's something I do. Hey, what's up, Kathy? What's up, Andreas? Is there going to be weather in Dallas tonight? There was a little bit of severe weather earlier in Oklahoma, but nothing too crazy. I think Dallas was good. And honestly, I haven't really been paying attention to the weather today. I was paying attention to the storms earlier in Oklahoma, but other than that, I haven't been paying attention to them too much. All right, let's keep going through some storms. Here we go. As you can see here, what's kind of neat is you can see here, this one is when the storms were really starting to go up. If you can see here with my mouse, oh yeah, you can see this one is starting to anvil out a little bit here at the top. Not fully, but man, I'm just kind of getting a little bit of, warm feeling, a little warm and tinglies looking at this, because I feel like I can smell what the air smells like out there right now and what that feels like at this point when you're out storm chasing. So yeah, and then let's go here. All right, so here is once I was actually on a storm chasing. This is the very beginning, the little tip of the funnel for the first tornado that I saw in 2021. Out storm chasing, as you can see right here, little bit of a funnel getting ready to come down. Right here off this portion right here is going to be the wall cloud, and then you got the little funnel coming down. This was a really cool tornado, especially for the first one of the year in early March. My buddy Andrew, who you saw earlier, was chasing in another vehicle, and he went one direction and I went the other, because we were both covering a different storm. And I actually was one of the only people out here on this storm, so that was kind of neat. It was definitely a fun feeling to be being one of the only ones, because sometimes when you're out storm chasing, there's a lot of people out chasing. There wasn't a lot of chasers this day because it was early March. I believe this might have only been a slight risk day. I can't remember if it was a slight or a moderate risk. Yeah, so this was the start of it, and then we should start getting into some of the tornadoes. So here was still one of my favorite photos I took this year. Jumped out of my car real fast. I would say, I don't know, maybe the storm was 150, 200 yards away. Just a perfect viewing. As you can see, there's literally no other chasers on the road. I'm just right here in the midst of it. Just getting to take this photos. A lot of people had questions like, oh my God, was it getting ready to hit that shed? Actually, the tornado was about 50 yards on the other side of that shed. So it did go across the street, but it didn't damage any shed. Just pulling up a lot of dust and stuff, as you can see right there in the dust cloud on this one. CIS is, how do you know where to go when chasing storms? That's a really good question. So the way I know where to go when I chase storms, I go out and I do my own forecast, starting about 2 or 3 days out, and then the morning of the actual chase, I'll get online and like kind of do my own forecast, kind of pinpoint a target area where I want to go, and where I want to go set up, because the goal is to get out there before the storms start forming, so that you can be like right there as the cumulus. Usually a little CU field starts first, little cumulus field, all those little tiny white puffy clouds, and then you really start seeing the storms go up. And on this day, when you see it break the cap, you kind of know where to get into position and try to get on that storm. This was a cool day too, because the storm motion was really slow, unlike the storms that we were having up in Kentucky recently, where last week, and then just a few days ago, 2 days ago, up even higher up into like Wisconsin and that area. Those storms were moving like 100 miles an hour. This day, these storms were moving about 15 miles an hour. Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's go for another one. Here's just another one of the same storm. Just drove up a tiny bit closer, took it from a different angle. A lot of people say, "Oh my goodness, this you don't see the cloud doesn't go all the way to the ground." Well, it doesn't have to go. The cloud itself doesn't have to go all the way to the ground for it to be a tornado. When the cloud goes all the way to basically, there needs to be contact with the ground, but you don't got to see the cloud at the ground. And the reason how you know that this one particularly is on the ground is because you can see the debris. That's the big sign that I always look for in these type of tornadoes, to see if it's a funnel cloud versus funnel cloud versus a tornado. When it makes ground, it starts pulling up all this debris, dust, grain. I believe this was like a wheat field or some hay field maybe. And so it was just pulling all that debris up in the air, circling it around. Hey, what's up, crazy girl? Kristen, what's up? Robin, hey, everybody that's joining the stream. Super cool to see you on here. But yeah, and some of you guys chime in if any of you were on this chase. I was live streaming on this chase, and I did catch this one on live stream, I do believe. We'll go back and look some of the footage here in a little bit. Is that it? All right, that's it for that one. Although this is just my background, but we'll go over that day too. This was the day I saw 7 tornadoes in Texas. So, but yeah, so that was the first chase day this year. So that was kind of neat. Let's see. Let's go. What next? What day do we want to look at next, tornado wise? Let's look at for April 23rd. Yeah, let's look at April 23rd. That's the day where I got all the tornadoes. So we will start taking a look at those. All right, so this is obviously this is a massive wall cloud here. So yeah, really, really big, super cool to be right under it. It was very, very close to this one. This was the very start. I hadn't seen any tornadoes yet this day, and I had no clue that it was going to be a day that I was going to see 7 tornadoes in one day. But yeah, so this was the photo that, everyone will say like, oh, tornado photos are the best. I disagree sometimes, because this is one of my favorite photos of this year, and it doesn't include a tornado. Only because, man, just look at that thing. I mean, like literally that cloud looks like you could just jump up it and touch it, and so that was like definitely one of my favorite photos of this year, and it doesn't include a tornado, but yeah, it just looks like you could just reach up there and slap it out of the sky. So let's continue to go. All right, yeah, this was the first tornado I saw that day. Not an incredibly great picture. Not a super cool looking structure of a tornado, but a tornado nonetheless. That was the first one I saw that day. I literally jumped out of my car. I was live on TikTok doing TikTok videos, one hand doing TikTok videos. I have my DSLR and the other hand taking these photos. But yeah, like this is, not a super cool tornado photo, but still kind of a cool tornado photo, and one of the first ones, that I took that day. Yeah. I didn't edit out the power lines. I was lazy at editing. Sometimes when I'm editing, I can go out there and edit those power lines out, but I didn't that day. But what is neat, I'll point up here in this top right corner, a lot of people always talk about like hail core, and there's like always the famous quotes from the movie Twister when it's like, it's gone green, or we've gone green. So if you look up there, right there in that top right hand corner of that photo, you can see the greenness, and that's the hail in the storm. And there was a lot of hail in the storm. I'll show you some more when we look at some other of the tornadoes here. You can actually see some of the hailstones falling out of the sky as I was chasing that day. But yeah. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Drew, for letting everybody know. Please make sure you like, share, subscribe to the page. Just getting this YouTube page going. So I really appreciate you all being here on YouTube, checking out all my review of my 2021 photos and footage. I don't know how long we're going to be going. Probably just as long as to get through all of it. And as long as people want to watch, I'll probably stay on and do that. And everybody on YouTube, how's it going? I love you all. We're over on on TikTok. I love you all. We're over on YouTube. I'm sharing all my photos and footage from 2021 live. I'm sorry I'm not doing that over on TikTok, but I just can't screen share on TikTok. So instead of just pointing a camera at my screen, it looks crappy. Come on over to YouTube. Come join us. Click on my bio, YouTube, or Google YouTube Edgar the Storm Chaser. But yeah. I got my water right here. Check this out. And this isn't a paid sponsorship. It used to be. I was sponsored by this company, but I got tired of working with them. But their water bottles are cool. But I don't make any money from it anymore. And this is not a sponsor video at all. But I did get some hydration in there. All right. So, here's another cool one. I love this photo too. So this is this is another wall cloud getting ready to produce a tornado. As you can see here, I just literally pulled over on the side of the road, quickly got out of my car and was taking this photo. I believe I was standing right in front of my car for this photo. But this just really shows, just like you can just see all the power and strength. Look at those clouds. I feel like even though this is a still photo, you can see all of the motion in the clouds. It just looks nasty. It looks like something that would be like brutal. But yeah, so, and I believe on this one, the tornado ended up coming from right back here. Because I remember I was watching this area, but then I think this one kind of surprised me a little bit. And actually, if you go on my YouTube page, I have a video on my page about instructional of this one, kind of like a little instructional video for my GoPro footage, and it shows when the funnel cloud came down and everything. All right, and here's that tornado that came out of that one. I was relatively close to this one as well, probably a couple hundred yards away. Had a nice little dust cloud, really smooth, not a real defined tornado, but you have has the little cloud, the little dust cloud on it. Yeah. A tornado photo. That's why I say, honestly, this photo so much cooler than this photo, and this photo has a tornado in it. So I know a lot of people are really all about the tornado stuff, but me, I'm more about whatever looks the most aesthetically pleasing while I'm out chasing. And I don't know, my head is literally right in the way on YouTube. I apologize. Let's go over here. Hey. So here I drove up a little bit further, and now I'm starting to see, I got a little bit closer to the tornado. As you can see, the debris cloud, the little debris ball there is getting a little bit bigger. Also, this tornado didn't go over anyone's houses, as far as I know. I don't remember seeing any storm damage from this one. But yeah, this little area right in here was all the debris, and it was just dust. There was just a lot of dust that day. I do remember that. Kristen says she remembers this. That's cool. And feel free, you guys can ask questions as we're going along, or you can just watch. Yeah, let's check out the next one. Hey, this is one of my favorite photos. So this one, I took this with my DSLR, not my cell phone. It was done out of my car. Obviously, you can see me literally leaning out the window. The reason why is this one had basically baseballs coming out of it. Literally, like baseball size hail was coming out of this one at this point. So I wasn't getting out there, and I wasn't going to get knocked unconscious. But let me see if I'll zoom in a little bit. As you can see, if you can see here, you can see the hail falling if I zoom in. All that's hail. And so, like I said, I told y'all I have some photos where you can see the hail, but as I zoom in, I mean, you can just see, I mean, it wasn't just a little bit of hail falling. I mean, you're talking about, I mean, these are all, this hail is not close to me. It's, it's kind of farther away, and these things are about the size of baseballs and golf balls at this point. This one is also really close. This was done with a really wide angle lens on, and I mean that tornado was really close. I remember it very well because it was very loud from all the hail. It sounded like a roaring train, like people typically say. Super fun tornado. I was pretty close on this one, but it was moving away from me at this point, so it wasn't like it was coming towards me or anything. No, we're not in Kentucky. We are looking at my storm chases. Oh, and I should talk about where these were. This was in Texas. This was in the Texas Panhandle. I can't remember all the towns that day because I drove through a lot of them, but this was a Texas Panhandle chase day. And this was the day that I saw 7 tornadoes. It was pretty wild. Let's see what's next. I feel like, let me look and see. Can you see me in there? You kind of can. You can see another storm chaser right behind me in his car. All I see is I just see my orange, my little orange coat. We can zoom in a little bit more on the actual tornado there. Ooh, I need to move it. There we go. But yeah, I still just love the hail, all the hail in the storm. All right. Oh, okay, so this is my background. So this, one of my favorite photos I've ever taken in my whole life. Once in a lifetime thing. There was a rainbow. Rainbows form normal with storms, but normally you don't get an opportunity to see a tornado literally in the middle of a rainbow. Definitely one of my favorite photos from this year. You can also, if you zoom in, you can see the hail on this one. If you zoom in close, you can see all these little fragments of things falling. That's not like dust or grain on my lens. That's all hail. Like you can see it. That's all also hail falling in. Actually, you can look right here. You can see one kind of caught one and decently froze. A little blurry because obviously hail's moving pretty fast, but also some relatively large hail was in this storm as well. You can see all the wind motion. It's kind of fun to see this. You can actually see all the inflow for this one. If we go over here and look at the corn, you can, or not, I don't know what that is. If anyone knows what crop that is, maybe wheat? No, it's not wheat. I have no idea what that is. But anyway, you can see it sucking in. You can see the wheat going into the storm. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, everyone. That was just another edit. All right, so let's go see. So that was that day. Some of these days won't have tornadoes, but we'll still look at we'll look at them. This is, let's go look at 4/27. So April 27th. Okay, this only have one photo from this day. I saw a tornado this day, did not get it on camera, but it doesn't matter. This is still one of my favorite photos that I've ever taken. Yeah, so this is just a supercell from a distance, and that's why I love this one. I mean, you can see everything in the storm. When people see, these supercells themselves are spinning. I think some people were asking about that the other day on the stream, but you can see that spin right here in this part. Over here, you can see all that spin there. You can see the inflow there, pulling it up, sucking into the storm. At this point, it was a pretty low precipitation. It was raining a little bit in this part, but not a ton. A little bit. This one was an interesting day. I have a fun story with this one. And I have some cool footage, time-lapse footage of this as well we'll look at. But what was really fun about this day, I remember, is... So I didn't make the smartest decision. So this storm was coming directly at me where I took this photo from. And it wasn't moving real fast, maybe like 15, 20 miles an hour storm motion. But it was moving towards me. And I usually always am really good about looking at maps and having an out. So whenever you're storm chasing, it's really important when you're setting up and having a storm come towards you. I always try to have multiple ways to leave in case, like the storm direction changes or, like just something else happens. It's just good to have a bunch of different exit strategies. Well, one of my exit strategies, I thought that I could, this was on a clay road, and I thought that if I could go over here to the left, I would be fine, but I ended up on a dead end, and then I was stuck. I actually went down this long driveway, and it's on my live stream. I think we can pull that video up too. But I ended up in someone's front yard, and this lady comes out holding her baby, like bawling, crying, running towards me, freaking out because you can hear the tornado sirens in the distance. She was like, "What should I do?" I was like, "Do you have a storm shelter?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Well, go get in it." She was like, "You can come get in my storm shelter with me." And I didn't know them, so I thought that was kind of weird. I just didn't want to go jump in a storm shelter with a stranger. So I just buckled down, got in my car, put my seatbelt on, and hoped for the best. Luckily, the tornado went by like a half mile away, but the storm itself did pummel us. I definitely got some cracks in my windshield from the storm as well. But yeah, that's the only photo that I really have from this day that was worth keeping. I don't edit all my photos. I only edit the ones that are like, that are worth it. So that. All right. So now we're moving on into May. Let's look at May 8th. Oh wait, no, we have, May 8th. Let's do May 8th. Another one where I'm out chasing one of my friends. Let's see here. Ooh, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, there we go. That's my buddy Jed. He's my main storm chasing partner. He's a registered nurse. Just took a photo of him out there taking some photos of the storms. There's the old chase vehicle, if anyone's wondering, with all the storm clouds coming over us. We did not see a tornado this day. I don't even know if there was one. This was out in Texas, if anyone remember. That stream, we did see a really cool funnel cloud. Oh, wait, no, that was the next day. But we also didn't see a tornado this day. But I still got some of these really cool just storm photos. We'll go through, look at these over these crops and fields. This one was really cool just because of the color of the sky. Oh, this was in Kansas. I remember exactly where this was. This was a day in central Kansas. And that color, I just remember, I stopped and took that photo right off. What's the interstate that goes north in Kansas? It goes all the way from like Colorado all the way over into Missouri. I forget the name of whatever that interstate was. But literally, I just pulled over on the side of the road because these clouds just, they were like gray-green, just super gnarly looking. I really, really like those as well. Let's see. That was it from that day. And once we get through all the photos, we'll move to videos. It's just easier for me to do it like this instead of trying to go and do them like do the videos of the day on the same day. I had a friend with me this day. We also didn't see tornadoes, but I did see this. I have an obsession with old barns, and I know I'm not the only photographer that has an obsession with old barns. But this day was kind of a dud. Like, there really wasn't even a good supercell. Just one of those days where it was like, meh. And but yeah, you can see here the cloud there, and I think I got one like a little leaning wannabe wall cloud there. Or no, I don't even know if that wasn't a wall cloud. That was like a struggling base of a storm. But as you can see, there's like this collapsed barn there, so I just kind of took a photo of that. Nothing crazy there. Let's keep it going. That was April 14th. Let's do May 14th. Let's do May 23rd. This one was cool, I believe. I believe this is in Colorado. Yeah, this was Colorado. But yeah, you can see down there the lowering. This is the whole storm over here. Zoom in on the lowering down there, and I think right here, I can't verify if there was a tornado. This storm did produce a tornado, but I wasn't close enough to tell if there was debris coming up. But right there in that area, I can't remember if there was one right at that moment, or I can't verify there was one in that moment, but sure it did look like it. But look out that pretty color of the sky behind there. Hey, good night, Drew. See you, dude. Oh, this is a fun photo too. This is actually. Yeah, this was after. We'll go look at definitely saw a tornado this day. There wasn't one on the ground right here, because I was. You can see through the year, as the storm chasing year went on, you could see I put more focus into live streaming on TikTok than I did for photography, because you're going to see a lot of videos of tornadoes that I didn't take photos of because I was more worried about live streaming. Still love all the colors in the sky in this one, just that really pretty blue, teal looking sky. But yeah, you can see the lowering there. Pretty crazy. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, right here is where the tornado was. Another one as it went past. Just another one. I just love looking at these photos. I mean, you can just tell, like, these just look mad and mean. Definitely some mean-looking storms that day in Colorado. This was in northeastern Colorado. I was there for 2 or 3 days. Saw a couple tornadoes. Very successful chase. I always like being up in Colorado. All right. Let's see what's next. 26th of May. Let's do it. Okay. Go. Yeah, just another fun wall cloud. Super duper low to the ground. As you can see, I'm obsessed with taking these photos of these wall clouds really close to the ground. I don't know if other people will like them as much as I do, but honestly, I do photography for me just as much as I do for other people. But yeah, I was super into that one. This was in Nebraska, actually. There was a funnel cloud that was rising right there. It had a tornado on the ground earlier, but I was driving and couldn't take the photo. By the time I stopped, it had come up a little bit. This one was awesome, too. So this is just another one of my favorite photos. This is a house with a lowering right above it. It reminds me of the smoke monster from Lost. If any of you guys saw Lost or know anything about Lost, that's what this reminds me of the most. I can move away so that people on TikTok can see a little bit. But yeah, like that reminds me, I don't know why, but it definitely reminds me of Lost. I think I even, like when I posted this one on Instagram, I think I even titled it like, you know, the smoke monster. Here's just another one of a supercell from afar to whole. Super fun photo. These are the photos that just get me psyched. And if I'm not mistaken, I was actually stuck when I took this photo, if anyone was on this live stream. Definitely got stuck this day. All right. Let's see what is next. Getting close to being done with the photos, and then we'll be moving on to other stuff. The video. Let's take a look at this one. Here. Yeah. I know I have more than this. I just need to figure out where they're at. Oh, this was a high plains storm chase day. So this was in South Dakota. Didn't see a tornado this particular day. I saw one the next day, but just got some really beautiful photos there. It's really pretty. Just there was like this. People don't realize too. I learned something new about South Dakota. South Dakota has so many lakes. For any of you that have ever been to South Dakota, yeah, it's pretty crazy. There's a lot of lakes in South Dakota. Lots and lots and lots and lots of lakes. But yeah, a pretty fun little thing there. One second. There's another lake with more storm clouds. This was kind of as the sun was setting and the clouds were going. It was trying to do a little funnel right there. For a little while it was spinning, but nothing ever got going with it. Just a fun little photo. There were some more sunset photos with mammatus clouds. They're my favorite clouds. And I think a lot of people's favorite clouds. These ones right here, I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see these little puffy ones. Those are super fun. Super fun clouds. If you're in the chat, if you got a favorite cloud, definitely drop it in the chat. Let me know what your favorite cloud is. So this was the next day, and this is obviously a way better organized storm. You see it here getting going. Super fun one. Oh, this one isn't a storm. So there was a day in between chasing, and I went to Theodore Roosevelt National Park, which is probably one of my favorite national parks to go to. Or was one of my favorite national parks I've been to in a while. But this was just, there was a bison or buffalo, right, that happened to be out, and with this beautiful backdrop. And I feel like feels like kind of looks like a postcard. He was looking right at me. Just one of those really good timing things. Here's one from a little bit further away, zoomed in. Yeah. South Dakota, North Dakota, truly beautiful. I had been through there before, but not spent a great amount of time. Highly suggest that. Here's another huge wall cloud going over the road. Those are always super fun. Ooh, I do like this one. So this storm did form a tornado. There's the funnel cloud right there. But I just really like this one because I don't do a lot of lightning shots. It's not something I just don't spend a lot of time doing. But yeah, this one obviously I got the lightning cracking in it. I got the funnel cloud, just like kind of one of those, super dope shots. Hey, that's it for that day. But yeah, let's look at some video. Actually, we can do a quick Q&A for everybody. Anybody have any questions so far? Any questions about anybody want to see anything in particular? Samantha just asked. What's up, TikTok? If you're ever on TikTok, I know there's not a ton of you, but if you want to come over to YouTube and hang out with us, we'd love to have you there. Edgar the Storm Chaser on YouTube. Super easy to find. All right. While I'm waiting for you all to get back to me to see if there's anything you want to see in particular, I'm going to go ahead and try to find... let's look at some of these days. So you guys are going to have to bear with me. Like I said, I'm reviewing these in real time here. I haven't even looked at some of this footage. Basically what happens is during storm season, I just put all my GoPro footage in files and then go back and look at it. So let's see what this is. This is from May 13th. All right, you can see that funnel cloud. Good start with one. This is a GoPro on my dash, but you can see this little wall cloud lowering right there. Or sorry, right there. You guys can see it. You guys can hear the audio from that too, right? Oh no, this one's crazy. Okay. We'll go kind of fast there. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So this is a lot what it's like, storm chasing. Once you get up on a storm, you're driving through some really rural areas. You have to really have your brain operating at 1,000%, because not only am I looking at storms and potential dangers from that, you've got to be careful when you're out chasing. You have to be careful because there's going to be other people around. Driving through these neighborhoods, really important to try not to speed when you're going through these areas. Be very respectful of the laws and the people there. So right now I'm trying to position myself to get in front of the core of this storm. And this was tornado warned at the time. You can see somebody. Wait, hold on, what was that? Was that? Oh, there you go. That's a law enforcement. You'll see a lot of law enforcement usually sets up on the outskirts, different first responders right outside the storm, so that they can respond as soon as the storm goes through. So you'll see storm chasers, and you'll see me regularly driving by people here. Driving by first responders. It's not disrespectful. They're just waiting for the storm to go by, and they're 100% okay with us driving by them. So, like I was saying before, I was trying to get myself in position to just let the core of the storm run me over. It was tornado warned, but it really didn't look like there was a tornado on the ground via radar. So I just wanted to make sure I got into a really good position to see what was going on. But I do remember this one because this was the day that I got the most cracks in my windshield. And you'll see why here in a second. It's pretty fun. If you go faster, you can see the storms coming at me. If you look up here in this area, when I go faster, you can see it just kind of coming closer and closer and closer. So I'm trying to get outside of the city now to get to a place where I have a clear viewpoint of what's going on. So now I've kind of gotten to an area where there's open fields. As you can see, I'm now starting to get on the edge of the rain here. So then I'm going to turn my car. Here we go. So I turned my car kind of facing, not really good here. I wasn't thinking too much about this GoPro because I was live streaming. But we'll let it go here. We'll go. Do I move? Yeah. You'll see me get out, and then you're gonna hear some hail on this one for sure. You can see another storm chaser right out there. Have their flashing lights on. This was a high precipitation storm, but look, you guys can see right there. There's TikTok. That's actually pretty funny. Look over there. Little TikTok action was happening. And you're going to see, I get called out in hail. I got hit by a big old chunk of hail. And that was before I got the tornado tattoo on my head, too. That's always fun to see. Got in there. There comes the hail. Yeah, that's never a fun place to be in, by the way, the storm chaser. Got caught in the hail portion of the storm. I ended up driving back into the city. You'll see when I get in the city. It's pretty apocalyptic looking. That wasn't a storm chaser that just passed me. There's also just normal civilians out on the road driving around, not knowing that there's a severe storm, just thinking they're going to drive in rainstorms. Yeah, I can't explain to you all how loud this is when you're actually out there. Like how loud that hail is inside your car. The GoPro, a little mic, does not do it justice at all. Definitely some very, very, very heavy rain and hail there. This was in Petersburg, I believe in Texas, so if you want to look on a map. Look at those trees, though. You can really see, I mean, it's like, it's coming down out there. I was right under the mezzo at this point, so, yeah, there was, I think you even saw some debris on the ground there. Hold on, where is it? Was that like a tumbleweed? Like over here? Yeah, some tumbleweeds coming at me. Yeah. See, continue driving. Getting close to the end of this one. I remember I got into the town and it felt sketch again. So that was that one from that day. That one was pretty wild, especially when you get that hail. That hail was insanely loud. I do remember that. Let's see. I have a lot of other videos from that day, but there's more. I don't know if... A lot of storm footage is this, guys. Driving in the rain. You gotta. That's why, man. You gotta go through hours of GoPro footage. Super loud. You can hear my radio on there. This was just me getting caught. I remember this storm was so high precipitation. So when I say, like, you'll hear me sometimes refer to things as HP or LP, and you'll hear other storm chasers do the same. That means high precipitation or low precipitation. That's self-explanatory. High precipitations like this, where it's super duper rainy. Yeah, so what I was doing there, I was just getting through one storm and trying to go to another cell that day. Let's see. Is this a funnel? I think I got close to a funnel. Yeah, a little bit of a funnel there. Never produced. Yep, see, just kind of that's how fast they can dissipate sometimes. On to the next storm. So this is a cool view. This is a little bit further out from the storm there. So kind of get to see as I'm trying to get up or catch up to this next supercell. Another one. Catch up.
It is. It's amazing. It's brand.
Oh, there we go. Well, this is gonna be fun. So this is just this is another day, and this is me like literally sitting out there waiting for the storm to storms to initiate. If I speed it up, you can look at it bubble. So in real speed, you can see it getting bigger and bigger. So this is a really typical scene of what it looks like in the beginning of a storm chase. There's me out there taking photos of it. Actually, we looked at that photo earlier. But yeah, so you get out, and you're up there just waiting for it to form. Lots of waiting sometimes. See this one? Super cool looking. I mean, you can really start to see that thing bubble up. And then I believe we just ended up moving on to another storm.
Yeah, we got 2 tornado reports today. They were reporting it.
So, if people are wondering what I'm listening to right there, this is a storm chasing Discord that I'm a part of. And there's some people on the ground looking at radar at home, and I was just listening to this as I was driving. And this is the day. That's my buddy Andrew in front of me. He's from Colorado. He's a rad dude, aerospace engineer, super smart, way smarter than me. Just trying to get position, but I did see a tornado. This is going to be that first tornado of the year here in a minute. Figure out where it was at. It's not on this one. No.
I'm gonna have a look at
Me too. So yeah, this is us talking back and forth. More hail. Smaller hail than earlier, though. There's me probably. So that was me calling Andrew and saying, "Hey, this is when we were deciding that we were going on different storms." And there you go. This is the storm that produced that first tornado. We'll watch it a little bit here, so you guys can see some leading up to it. So what this is underneath here, this area over here, right over here is like the little wall cloud. This one didn't have like a real distinct wall cloud at this point, at least not from where I was at. But you'll see here when I turn this corner and go around, it's a little bit more defined. So now you can see the wall cloud a little more right here. Other storm chasers. Oh no, that might just been a guy with his flashers on. This is when, actually at this point too, I mean honestly there was nothing that I was looking at that was like, yo, this is about to be a tornado, until I started seeing this right here. See that little V? It's hard to see with the camera, but I started noticing that and I was like, oh wait a second, is this going to put down a funnel? And then it put down a tornado relatively quickly. You'll see how fast it happens in real time. Coming up. This is me probably pulling over to look at right. No, this is when I started to see the funnel. So I think I went ahead and pulled over to get this first shot. If you can see here, here's where the funnel's starting to come down right here. So I said, a lot of things comes with practice. You got to know what you're looking for in real time when you're out storm chasing. And like I said, that's something you learn. That was not a storm chaser. That's somebody who was just driving and probably getting ready to drive right to where that tornado was coming. I was just sitting here watching, hoping to get to a place where I could see it. Let's see. So I can see now. You can see the bigger funnel. Okay, so this is the outline of the funnel here. And funnels don't always come straight down. A lot of times they start out kind of diagonally, like this one is. And now this is when I realize I'm about to see a tornado, and I'm like, all right, let me get into position. I'm starting to see now you can start to see a little bit more of the funnel coming down.
Tornadoes coming down. Look at a fucking ice funnel.
There you go. There's me talking. First of all, it's so cringy to watch back and listen to yourself talk on videos. If any of you have ever done that before, it's not fun. Barbie says that stinks. I don't know what you're talking about, but I hope it doesn't stink here. Yeah, if you can see, like I said, this storm motion was really slow, so I was in no rush. I knew that, you know, this tornado, when it came down, I was going to be able to put myself in a position to take some good photos of it. I had started to have pretty good confidence just by the way that funnel looked that this was going to put down a tornado. So right now the tornado is on the ground. I'm going to pause this real fast because a lot of people will be like, okay, well, I don't see a tornado on the ground. Because you just see this funnel up here and you don't see the rest of the tornado. But what I was looking at is I saw contact. You don't always see the cloud like I was talking about earlier. You start seeing this. I noticed that it had made contact with the ground right there and that there was rotation. But you'll see the cloud eventually goes down and touches. Hey, what's up, Rosemary from Rover's Makeover Dog Grooming? Dope channel. Here we go. Yeah, it's still a tornado here. This is more than just a funnel cloud because it has made, you know, there is debris on the ground moving. It has made contact, but keep seeing it going further and further. Now it's a nice little rope tornado all the way down to the ground. This trucker has no idea what he's doing. Here's just some normal people that are like, holy hell, there's a tornado. Yeah, now it's starting to look really nice. Starting to look a little bit more full. I wanted to get a photo real fast because you don't ever know when a photo is going to go back up. So when you're driving, you want to get on there quickly and be like, yo, I got to take a photo. See, it almost looks like it did actually went up a little bit there. It's going to come back down again. So I was like, all right, came back up. I get back in my car, hear my seatbelt go on, and I'm going to go drive and try to get closer again. But now I can see debris on the ground again. The tornado is there on the ground once again, even though the cloud went up. But we'll see it come back again and see that the cloud portion of it make contact with the ground again here. Hey, what's up, everybody that's joining me, all the viewers? Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Currently just reviewing some storm footage from my chases this year, 2021. Love to have you in here. Also, feel free to ask any questions in real time as we are reviewing all this. And so at this point,
on the ground.
So the storm's moving away from me at this point. So that's why I had to keep driving. And it's always, you know, it's always. The crazy thing is always, when am I going to stop to take a photo? That was just a normal person that drove by, which is great. They'll probably just live in this area, used to tornadoes, and we're like, no tornado's going to keep me from getting to where I was going. But yeah, this is where I get out, and this is when I actually took the photo. We looked at this photo earlier. Actually, I think it might be that photo right there in my background. Right there. But yeah.
Get closer.
There's me. I don't know why. I was probably talking to the stream. I said, let's get closer. These are the type of tornadoes that are really fun to chase, honestly, because you can get relatively close to them without there being a lot of danger. This was moving away from me. Not a lot of rain, pretty low precipitation. You can see the cloud. You know, you hear this one wasn't rain wrapped or anything like that. You know, this is just, you know, getting out. Doing it. Now, unfortunately, you can see it's starting to pull up. Or not unfortunately. I guess fortunately. It wasn't going over anybody's homes or anything, so that's another reason why I like these types of storms. Still on the ground there, though. Mads, that's a question I get asked a lot. I am not a climate scientist, so what I do is rely on other climate scientists to give me that type of information. And the consensus in the climate Scientology world, and science world, not Scientology, in the science world is that you know, climate change is partially some of the reasons why this is happening. Man, but that funnel, you can still, I don't know if you guys can see it on the stream, but it was still really kicking up. Hold on, let me just go to the next one. If you guys ever use GoPros, I believe they only let you record in like 30-minute segments, so. Or they break them up. Yep, so now the storm's gone. I'm chasing, nothing there. Can't remember if I saw anything else this day, so we'll go through and look at... oh, there was a rainbow. Not the tornado rainbow day, but still a rainbow. It's always fun. Just a messy looking storm there. And just for everyone watching, ooh, what was that? That'll be your bunker house. This is a GoPro footage. I'm not trying to video and drive at the same time. I know a lot of people worry about that. This is just mounted on my dash. One of two. You can see I had another one over there. Is there a tornado? No, just a funnel cloud that never touched. For this one as well. Moving. I'll try to keep it moving fast when we're not on storms that have tornadoes. Oh, a lot of rain. This is just when you're like... oh, there we go. This is not a tornado, but really close to one. A funnel cloud I was getting up on. Really close to it. You can kind of see it there in the outline if you look closely. All this over in this area right here. Madge, why did you retract your statement? You didn't have to. Hey, got more people in there. Got 37 viewers on there. Appreciate that. We're just reviewing some of my storm footage from 2021. Feel free to ask questions as we go along. Oh yeah, I'm sorry to hear that too, CIA. That sucks. Yeah. I just remember, I know we're not going to see any on this one. No other tornadoes that day. I don't believe I saw, no, I only saw that one that day. And this is all that same day. More storm footage. It's always that nice moment when you get out of the rain, when you've been driving in the rain for like hours and hours and hours. I don't know what I'm doing here, but... oh, I was waiting out some hail. Hear that hail? There was a tin roof over me. My windshield had already been cracked in like 3 or 4 different spaces at this point. So I was like, hey, let's try to keep the cracking to a minimum. I believe that was like a car wash. And also, if I hear music in there, I'm not going to let it play because I'm not going to get copyright strike on YouTube. Okay, see that? Just trying to form a little funnel there too. It's crazy on some of these days what you'll see. Oh, here's the second one from that.
Back down again.
This is going back to the tornado from earlier. If those of you are just watching, here is a tornado as well. This is just the second half of that video, the tornado dying. Wow, that is incredible. Hey, thanks, H-On. Brian Phelps. Hey, Edgar, hope you're feeling better. So sorry I fell asleep last night. Oh, all good, Brian. I am feeling a lot better. I am a little congested right now, but other than that, I'm good. I was telling people earlier I'm like 99%, or about 90% right now. Brad999 asked, does the sky turn green before a tornado, or is that a myth? The sky does turn green, but it's not because of the tornado. The sky is green, and it's from basically like refraction of light and hail. So I would say if you see the greenish skies, that's more of an indication of hail than it is a tornado. Now, a lot of the times, you know, people think that large hail is also associated with tornadoes, and sometimes it is, but not always. But if you see the green, that's pretty good sign that there's some hail in there. But yeah, that was me just watching it going all the way back up. That's what the death of a tornado looks like, if anybody was wondering. Yep, and all gone. That one tried to get going again, but never produced anything else. All right, let's go to another day. Here's what happened on this day.
You pressed record, right? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I think I asked you this last time.
Oh, yeah, that was...
You pressed record, right?
Don't know what that was, but I think that was me, like, stopping on the side of the road doing an interview. Let's look. This is on 4/9. I don't remember where this storm chase was. That's a time lapse. Oh yeah, got a little funnel cloud, wall cloud, raggedy looking one over there on the back of that. And I'll try to, like I said, I'll try to speed through these if there's nothing like interesting to watch. There's me out. Oh, this was in Oklahoma actually. I remember. I didn't see a tornado this day, but I did see like a cool funnel cloud. I think this is it. Oh yeah, right here. Look at this thing, man. This was about as close as you can get to having a tornado without seeing one. Right here would be where the tornado was. There wasn't one that day. No reports of one. That was just a really big funnel cloud going to the ground right there. This was in, I believe, just right around Bridge Creek, Oklahoma. Hey Brian, bring it, man. I don't think it's crazy to want to go storm chasing. I mean, obviously I do it. Fat Dad Wholesale says, what's the largest hail you've been in? Softball size hail. So, you know, like about that big. Big enough to fit in your hand like a softball. But yeah, I sat here and watched this for a while. Never produced. You can see it get a little cloud closer. These are the ones I just kind of let come and go right over me. Not a lot of fear in those ones. That's super weird. Right, let's go. Is there more of that day? Yeah, this one I chased it all the way down into Chickasha. Nothing ever really panned out. I remember I sat at this gas station and got hailed on a little bit. Went and talked to some random people. There you go. That's some hail. My car hating it. I got a new chase car this year. It didn't take me but one season to really get it broken in. It looks like somebody's beat it with a hammer already. Yeah, there wasn't anything tornadic in this one, so I was just kind of like sitting here and letting the storm kind of run me over. But here, you can see all the hail on the ground. Look at that. And what I was doing there, I was turning my car around to face the opposite direction that the wind was blowing. Because I didn't want to have it, break my windshield anymore. So I'd rather it fly into the side of my car than the windshield. Alright, let's move on to the next day. This was from my dash cam, not my, because I had my GoPro didn't function correctly a little bit, but this was definitely saw a few tornadoes this day. Actually, I think I did have GoPro. Yeah, I had GoPro. Let's just look at the GoPro. We'll skip the other one. I like doing this. When you speed it up like this, you can just really see that storm motion. I mean, look at it right there. I mean, so what I was looking for is a possible funnel cloud coming out of this area over here. Nothing produced in that one. Let's go here. Big, massive wall cloud. Actually, yeah, this is where you saw the picture that I told you guys that I really liked. There was a wall cloud. But yeah, this is just a massive wall cloud. If I speed it up, you I didn't stay there on it long enough so you can see, but yeah. Getting under that wall cloud. There we go. There's a funnel coming down. Little funnel. Let's see. Got another emergency person in front of me. Yeah, I think it's going to be on the next one is where we're going to start seeing tornado for this one. I can't remember. That's not it. here we go. Maybe this is it. Oh yeah, here we go. This is the tornado one. So, Alex, ever since a young age, watching Twister, I've always been terrified of storms. My mom always loved watching storms on her porch. Okay, in Indiana, yeah, you definitely got to see some there, Alex, that's for sure. I remember watching Jason says he remembers watching Twister the first time ever and wanting to get inside a funnel one. Yeah. Yeah. The movie definitely glorifies it way more than it would probably be. I always remember, I mean, there's a lot of things about Twister that's pretty realistic, but what's not realistic is at the end, when they go in that little pump house shed and he like takes his leather belt off and ties it to the pipe and the storm's sucking him up. Yeah, you would have been dead if you would have done that. Alright, so over here, I'm seeing the storm. The storm's actually moving pretty fast, as you can see. And there's it's basically, it's kicking right now. It's sucking up some stuff. I'm driving relatively fast. Let's keep going. I pulled over there because I started seeing like the funnel, and I was like, okay, do I need to get out and get ready to take a photo? I believe I ended up getting and driving a little bit further because it didn't come down right then. So, you know, for all those people that say that, you know, storm getting aren't safe, you can actually hear me at least putting my seatbelt on and off when I get in the car. Some other chasers out, just random people. See there, it's got a pretty nice little lowering coming down off of it there. I'm gonna speed up a little bit. See, what's crazy is a lot of people would think that, you know, that right there was where the tornado was going to come from, but let's see. I believe the tornado came. There it is. So the tornado is going to be right over in this area. Watch the funnel where my mouse is. And as the storm goes, you'll start to see the funnel come down and the tornado come out of this. Big Gamer, that's crazy. That is truly tragic. That Bowling Green tornado and all those tornadoes that day were so deadly. I love being out and chasing tornadoes in this type of area where there's nobody, it's open fields. It's truly devastating when they go through towns and cities. I hate that much. And as you can see there, the tornado is touching down right there. But yeah, if we're out and we're storm chasing and there's storm damage, we turn into first responders. I talked about that a lot on my other stream. I feel like it's kind of like storm chasing code of ethics. If you're out chasing, you should be a first responder.
There it is, tornado on the ground. Woo!
Yeah, definitely prayers up to you, man. How was your family and everything? Are you guys all safe? Did anything in your area get in your home? Did anything get destroyed? You see, like these types of tornadoes again are the ideal ones to chase. Low precipitation. As you can see, there wasn't a lot of rain here. Very clear. Very clearly see the tornado. You can see the storm motion. I feel like these are the ones that are definitely the most safe to chase when you're out doing it. That's crazy. Just look at the power of the storm. Look even up here. So the tornado's over here, but just look at the storm just feeding. Look at it sucking moisture up into there. You can see the circulation there. It's a really good demonstration of it. See all the other storm chasers out. That might just be a random person stopping and looking. Yeah. This is about the time on my stream where everyone's like, are you going to keep driving right into that?
Right here, chasing this tornado.
Man, that sounds so country right there.
Just west
right now,
Texas.
Chasing this tornado.
It's been up and down, hitting the ground for the past minute or so. Look at that beauty. Oh my God, I gotta stop getting a photo.
Oh, that's awesome, Brian. You went through the CERT training? That's very cool. Oh, you can hear my storm. Really photogenic tornado there. Just a really, like, whenever you, like, think of what a tornado is. Like that right there is it. You're gonna see me jump out and take some. Oh, the video stopped, but you were about to see me jump out and take some photos. Let's see. Let's see what else we had that day.
Shit.
Ooh, I think one of these. So next year, by the way, I'm going to have 4 GoPros, and all of them will be mounted on the top of my car, so I won't have to be dealing with any of you. Won't have to be dealing with any of these windshield wipers. I can't wait. Oh, it's another one. For the rest of the video. Yeah, big gamer, I can understand. That's once you go through something like that, like you become very hyper aware. There's me out taking photos. That's what it looks like when you see a crazy storm chaser out taking photos. And then I'm trying to make sure I stay up with a tornado. That's the other thing. When the tornadoes are moving, you're wanting to stay up with it. So you're getting out. So I took a photo. Now I'm getting ready to do a TikTok. That's when you're out storm chasing by yourself and you're trying to stream and do everything on your own. It can get kind of crazy. And what's crazy is all people on my live streams get mad at me, that I'm not covering. I'm like, listen, I'm one person. I got to stay safe. I'm trying to take photos. I'm trying to take videos. I'm trying to do lives, like all at the same time. So there's a lot going on right there. All right, let's go look at this other one. Oh, this is right when I was up on that. This was a cool wall cloud, so I was just playing with my selfie stick there. That was just a really pretty, very, very low hanging base of a storm. Super cool. Carly says, it's been a long time since I've watched any weather-related videos. Over from Rosemary's. Sorry if you answered this before. Were you chasing, or what type of storm do you usually see? So yeah, I chase. I usually chase, storms in the plains all the way from Texas up to North Dakota. And so I go out on days with... I usually look for 2 things. So, like, I don't just strictly want to only go out to see tornadoes. I like to see really good storm structure. And so when I'm forecasting and deciding if I'm going to go out and chase, that's one of the things I'm looking for. Is it going to be good storm structure? Is there going to be visibility? Am I going to be able to take video and photos of it? That's some of the stuff that I really look at. But really good question, Carly. I also chase hurricanes as well. Safety over product, always. Absolutely. You have to stay safe. Because if I get hurt or, something happens to me, I lose my life, then I'm not going to be able to storm chase anymore. So, well, this is fun. So, you guys this is a really good example. I'm gonna pause it here. So, all of y'all in the chat, I'm not sure if you've ever heard when people talk about little spin-up tornadoes. You hear, if you live in Oklahoma or Texas, you'll hear the newsman talk about that all the time. Or someone will call them QLCS. These little quick, tiny spin-up tornadoes that happen. And so sometimes the news will be getting on there in Oklahoma, and I feel like overly freaking people out about these little spin-up tornadoes. And, tornado warnings go out. Yes, they can do some damage. Definitely not as destructive as, the tornadoes like we saw in Kentucky, last week. But I'm going to show you guys an example of how fast what a QLCS, like these little quick spin-ups. I don't catch them on you don't catch them on video a lot, but I did catch this one, so you can see. I want you to watch right here in this area. This is the tiny little funnel, if you even want to call it that. As you can see, you don't see like a real clear defined wall cloud or nothing like this. But what I want you to watch is right here at the bottom of the ground. There's going to be like a quick little spin up. You're going to see some debris on the ground get spin up, and then it's going to go away. So when you hear people talking about QLCS, that's what you're going to see. Watch. See it right there? That quick. That was a quick spin-up tornado right there. I'll watch it again because it's fast. Literally lasts like 3 seconds. But that is a tornado. I can't smell what the rock's cooking right now because I can't breathe out of my nose, Victoria. Can you smell what the rock is cooking? But yeah, that's a little spin-up. Kind of interesting. I think that's a really cool one just for educational purposes. All right, let's go to another day. I think that's all from that day. I don't even know where this is, so I'll have to remember where this is as I'm looking. It's just out waiting for storm. Oh, this is a really cool view from a distance of a supercell coming towards me. Look at that. Super cool looking. You can really start to see that mothership look as I speed this up. Just going like faster pace there. You see that? Very cool looking. I'm going to read some comments real fast while we're watching this. JDX says, I had a really rare experience from my town this year. We had 2 to 3 touchdowns in my town during a really huge system that hit the southeast. I believe it was March or April. Are you like in the Lubbock or in the Texas Panhandle, JDX? Because if so, the last footage I was just working about is that day. When the SM hits, can you smell it? The SM, sorry, I'm drawing a blank. I did not, Frizz, I did not chase the EF5 last week, or the Kentucky tornado. I was live streaming radar coverage because I've been a little under the weather. All right, let's see. Oh, all of you guys, remember when I said earlier that I was on a storm and I ended up being in someone's yard? This is it. You can hear it if you listen there. She's now talking on her phone. You can see her right there briefly. Yeah, she was freaking out. She was on the phone with her dad then. And it was funny because she was like, I remember her dad was like telling her that, she was like, don't let that crazy storm chaser in your storm shelter. And I was like, don't worry, I'm not going to try to go in the storm shelter with you. I don't know you. But yeah. Luckily, the storm was actually over here, the main part of the storm, and we got pretty lucky that you can see there that it was trying to have a nice little funnel going right here. But it dissipated before it got to us. Oh, there's her house. You can really hear the wind there going. Took the GoPro out of the car. Oh, and Alabama the day after. Okay. Yeah, I was out chasing that day as well. All good, Davis. No problem. But yeah, the storm had passed us there. That was pretty loud. Oh yeah, I don't know why this one got upside down, but I'm not going to play that because that's going to make people really dizzy. Here's me going, trying to catch back up with it. After I got out of the lady's house. At this point, though, the storm was moving pretty well fast. I couldn't catch back up with it. That's when I was just getting to
and see if you guys can kind of see as driving a little bit behind me.
Here we go. Here's just some footage of me watching the storm come up on us. This is really fun, man. You can look up here. You can kind of see that the greenness coming in the clouds, starting to have that little bit of a mothership. This storm had really pretty structure to it. Yeah, this is a GoPro 9 as well, Brian. I've been thinking about I don't know if I'm going to buy 3 other GoPro 9s or if I'm going to get GoPro 10s to put on the top of my car this year so I can have 360 coverage. But yeah, if I speed this up here, you can see me out there TikToking. But yeah, look at that. Now it's starting to get closer. You can just look right. If you watch in this area, just watch right here. Sometimes this will be called a beaver's tail over here. It's like feeder band, sucking up into it. Look at that. When I speed it up, you can really see it just pulling air up into there. It's definitely one of my favorite things to do is to be sitting out watching a storm this way go. You're not an official chaser, a hobby of yours. Okay, yeah, that is. I was telling people, a lot of people don't realize there's like a culture of chasing where, you know, a lot of people chase and even have their kids and family. They go out and chase. It's kind of wild, right? There you go. That was me. This was right before I get, and as you can see, there's actually a wall cloud getting ready to form right here, as I kind of had to get in my car and haul butt. Man, that noise, that sound, yeah, that's really wild circulation. This is me drive. This is before when I was at that lady's house. My footage was just out of order there, but this is me driving, and this is when I told you all I didn't have a good escape route, and I ended up going down a road in an area where I couldn't really escape. You might even hear me curse or something here, because once I realized that I was stuck. I come into a dead end, and can't always trust Google Maps, people. Sometimes Google Maps will say there's a road and there's not a road, and that's unfortunately what happened in this situation. Crazy mothership there. See a nice, well-defined wall cloud now, right here. I don't think I've showed the one that was right above me quite yet. I don't know if I've showed. I don't think I've showed that footage yet. Yeah, this one was a cool storm. Even though I didn't get a tornado in this one or see a tornado, it's. Like I said, that's not the gauge of whether it's a good storm chase or not. I love like just seeing good storm structure. Yeah, that's when I realized, like, oh snap. See, this is later on that evening. Night chasing isn't quite as fun. If you see over here, you got like this little area of lowering down here. But the daylight's starting to get away from me. Yeah, no. You can see here it starts getting the area of circulation gets very rain wrapped. Watch, you can see when people say it gets rain wrapped. You see how it disappears there. Look, you can kind of see the definition of the clouds over here, and then watch them disappear. There you go. And once it gets rain wrapped like that, look at the visibility. It literally goes.
I'm trying to wait for the hill more to get in front of me a little bit more so I can don't break my windshield anymore.
Yeah, so you can see how it goes from you could see to like literally less than 30 seconds later, nothing else there. Hey, good night, Brian. I appreciate you being on the stream, sir.
I will live stream again. Thanks everybody for watching. You guys are awesome.
I'm not ending my live stream. That was my video. That was from the TikTok video. What's fun is I still have my dash cam going on through the night. People don't realize, like, once you get done, this is what you drive through the whole rest of the night. Ooh, look at the color of the sky there. It's crazy looking. Yeah, this is just me. This is what you had to drive home in that night. Not a lot of fun. Alright, let's go to another day. Oh, here's another day. Ooh, look at this. Really cool mothership forming there. Yes, sir. It's my buddy Jed there. Oh, for those of you that... I think this might have been the day. Do you guys remember? This was the day I had like 15,000 people on my stream when we ended up being in the dust storm, the Haboob. But here, if I speed this up, you can truly see this thing spinning. That's why they look like spaceships sometimes. I feel like that looks like such a spaceship there. All right. See other storm. There was a lot of storm chasers out this day. I remember in Lubbock. This was in Lubbock, Texas. I do remember exactly where this was. Man, that's such a cool shot. When people say like storm structure, these are like some of the things that we talk about. I just love this structure of the storm.
7 hours of record time, so.
Go, let's go here. On the dirt road now. You can see the lowerings there. At the distance. Trying to catch up to them. You can tell that the year has gotten further along. You're starting to see all the cracks. You'll keep seeing more and more cracks in my windshield as these videos go on, because this was getting more towards the middle of the storm
season.
season.
Now it's just a funnel. It'll probably come back down.
Yeah, lots of funnels this day.
Turn around and go back.
Look at that up there. So gnarly looking.
Hitting is over here now. I'm gonna get up at the top of this hill.
Definitely saw some wild stuff that day. It's a time lapse. Time lapses are fun. I enjoy time lapses, except for I forgot to turn my time lapse off and I started driving. There's Bledsoe Ranch, if anyone knows where that's at. These are all. Yeah, this was operator error. This was me leaving time lapse on my GoPro setting whenever. That's why it's all moving. It actually looks pretty cool like that, though. Not gonna lie. Gotcha. Got a little nice little rainbow there.
Giving me paid.
Sky looks wild right there, doesn't it? I'm not gonna lie, everybody. This got me kind of like getting a little bit of
Got
pumped.
connection back here.
There's the funnel cloud
Very,
in this
very
one we were
close,
chasing
guys.
that day.
I think this is a really good spot to stop. I think I have good reception.
Yeah, Texas did have a lot of
Yeah,
like
take some photos.
photogenic storms. Ooh, I like that lightning in the background there.
I think this is a really good spot to stop. I think I have good reception. And keep it on and get out and take some photos. Share it up, bro. Blow it.
Yeah, this was on my stream. It was like starting to get. This was like the second or third time I ever live streamed on TikTok. Storm chasing, anyway.
I'll show you guys a little bit.
If you watch over here, was where the funnel was.
All right, tornado.
A lot of times you'll see this where when you're out storm chasing, the funnels will go up and down a lot.
Funnel went up.
Right on time. There's my cue of me saying that. There's me being. Look at that wind, looking like a jackass. I like that though. I left the window down so you can actually hear the wind roar. Got my Bucky shirt on though.
Okay.
Or nothing.
Need debris.
Let's see. Scroll down some more. What else we got for this day? Oh, this is a really beautiful shot here.
Yeah, this thing's starting to make a right turn like I expected.
If you see right here, this is like, if you ever hear people refer to it as a whale's mouth, and whoever was asking about The sky being green, is that an indication of a tornado? And I was talking about how it was an indication of hail. Very good example. So this whole area over here is the hail core of it, of the storm. Yeah. Hold on one second while this plays. I'm going to go get my dog to stop barking. Go. Okay, Google. Make it cooler downstairs. But yeah.
Sure. Cooling downstairs down.
Yeah, the current weather is stable right now, I think, for the most part. There was a little severe weather in Oklahoma today, South Central Oklahoma, but for the most part, it's pretty good, Jason. Yeah. I love this shot. This is like the quintessential storm chaser driving shot that you see a lot of. See this big, huge edge of the storm, the whale's mouth here. Green skies with lightning.
So you get ran over by the hail core.
There. See, I realized that hail core. Tried to get out of the way of it. Let's see here. It's a constant game of working your way up. See, now I'm back on it again. Crazy looking. It gives me the tinglies watching it right now.
The storm's had several tornadoes in it already. It's tornado warned currently.
You don't get nothing like this in the UK, yeah. Okay, that was in Colorado. This is another chase day.
Rainbow over here, I don't know if y'all can see. We're gonna get hail on the second. I can tell. That's where we're at. It's hailing, you do not stop under an overpass.
Yeah.
So dangerous.
Yeah, all the people that stop under overpasses, that's not what you're supposed to do. What a fun shot that is, too, huh? So ominous looking, right?
Everywhere in the car. Listen, I know this probably isn't the most exciting to watch, but that's all we got today. A lightning show.
A lot of lightning going.
Maybe this thing will go tornado warning here.
Ooh.
Whoa! That's a big old flash. Wow.
Wow, that's crazy.
No, don't get your car all dented up. Get your old plastic truck there. What's crazy is this storm must literally be moving about 65 miles an hour. We're just staying right in the notch of it.
So what I was saying there, the notch of a storm, that's basically like the inflow notch. That's where the air is sucking in. It's where there's a low precipitation, not a lot of rain.
If anyone's wondering where we're at, we just crossed into Lincoln County.
Sometimes the best place to stay to see a tornado, because you're kind of like right there, close to the hook, and a little bit dangerous, just to be honest with you.
Right there, yeah, circulation. The storm is definitely rotating heavily.
All right, so we're done with that one. Let's go check out. So now everybody. So this is Hurricane Ida. So this is some of my GoPro footage from Hurricane Ida. So now we're moving in a little bit more into hurricanes. So we'll check out some of this. This is kind of some fun stuff. Obviously, you all can hear how loud that wind is. Hurricanes are a completely different monster than tornadoes. But yeah, this was the parking garage I was on. Here's a little time lapse. Some time lapses of Ida coming. Another time lapse right up there. So you can see how close we are right here to the ocean. Another time lapse. I have this one up on my YouTube page, I believe, so I won't stay on that one. That's cool. I did get I did get my drone up a little bit. I think this is my drone, isn't it? No? Oh yeah. I did get my drone up a little bit before the hurricane really got going. Obviously, I can't get my drone up when there was 120 mile per hour winds out. But yeah, that was me getting my drone up. It's the pier, harbor. That was a fun experience. I'm not gonna lie. That was my first coverage of a actual hurricane. This is again right before it was happening. You already see the water coming up over the harbor there, coming up over the roads. That was pretty wild. All right, let's see. Got some high plains videos. Let's check those out. Here's a GoPro time lapse in the high plains as a storm coming over me. I think there's some cool hail footage this day I want to show y'all. I know I didn't see a tornado.
Let's get a time lapse of this thing.
Well, I say that. There's a little bit of a funnel. Sunset. That's what sunset looks as you have like a supercell coming in South Dakota.
There we go.
This was a relatively uneventful trip for a 18-hour drive to Storm Chase, but I still got to see some beautiful views. Spent like 4 days up in the Dakotas chasing. Nothing really to see there. This next one is probably the best one of them all.
Here you go. All my cameras on.
Looking nice and ominous. Quick funnel. Snow hail? It almost felt like that.
Hey, David.
Hey, I'm enjoying it. Thanks a lot, Preston, for coming in. Hey, Austin, what's up? It's going good. It's going good. Yeah, I thought this one was going to produce, but it did not. You can see there some wicked funnels coming down.
Yeah. Get you here in a second.
I don't know what happened there, but apparently my GoPro got knocked on its side right there. That's what happens when your GoPro just falls and you don't realize it.
Alright, here we go, everybody. We're going to go get a little...
I want to find the fun hail footage from this one. There's a nice little funnel. Kind of hidden in the clouds there a little bit.
Alexander.
This is more... I was having some mounting issues with my GoPro that day.
Yeah.
I remember I drove 1,000,000 miles that day and saw absolutely nothing. That's why I try to tell everyone.
Down a tornado, but it was
sometimes being a storm chaser is a lot of driving and not seeing anything but clouds and rain. I see what I'm doing. I'm looking at.
Yeah, my windshield's broke from earlier this year. Ooh, the wind is blowing mad.
Oh, there we go. This is some cool storm structure here. Oh, I remember this. I talked to these peeps. Very cool looking.
Don't worry, but it is going to get scary for a second.
There's me having to warn people to not report my live. Like, I know this looks dangerous where I'm at, but I'm safe right now.
Guys, on and I have
Someone who was with me that day. Was that Morgan? I can't remember. Ooh, look at this thing. Here we go. Got some fun storm motion there. I've never had a near-death experience, really. Parker, nothing where I mean, at least I didn't think it was near-death. Look how green that sky is, guys. Wow. Look at all the different colors that this changes. I mean, like, this is just raw footage from my GoPro, so it's not like... It's just wild.
Problem.
Okay, this is a hail footage. Alright, so I want you to look on the road here.
I want to take my crown storm get away from me.
You could... My car, it's like driving in snow, actually.
Slow it down. That would slow me down way more.
But that's hail on the road there that's all piled up.
They're starting to be back to normal.
No, let me get back. There was a little area where it was pretty... There we go. This is a lot of hail on the road, everyone.
Hey guys, I'm not going to be able to answer questions right now while I'm driving, so my mods can answer if you can, sorry.
Yeah.
Now, just back.
And this was in North Dakota. I was literally... I remember exactly where I was doing this. This was me being right on the border of Canada and North Dakota. Some Amatis up there. Always a fan of those clouds. Alright, let's keep it moving.
Hey, oh. I'm sitting in my car in south. That's all. It's turned into a good.
Could you hear the sirens? No. Night. The rain at this
So
point.
they did it to them. It still feels like. I'm in.
Wild stuff. See the area right over here was where a funnel was coming down that top right hand corner. Never did anything.
He is one of the owners at the dispensary. Sweets.
Oh, there's me getting into my hotel and apparently leaving my camera running.
But I'm totally just.
Oh, I remember that night. That was the night I got stuck in the elevator. I don't know if does anyone remember that at all? When I got stuck in the elevator. Here, let's look at this. Here's some fun tornado footage. Here you go. This is crappy from my dash cam, but look at that. Talk about coming around a corner and a tornado being right there in front of you. That right there was a pretty incredible chase. Hey, what's up, Olivia? Yeah, it's been going for about an hour and 45 minutes, actually. I've just kind of been going through all my footage with you all here. That's just literally being right there in front of a tornado. That was pretty fun. Not gonna lie, that was a really cool tornado to see. Yo. Alright. That's it for those. Oh, here's better footage of that with my GoPro. I did have a GoPro that day. That's all good. Christmas party sounds fun. Yeah, that one was wild. That was TikTok edited. All right. Let's see here. So now what I'm going to show y'all is go another hard drive here. Sorry, I'm looking through my footage real fast. Like I said, this is just something I was gonna do, and because I haven't really went through and just looked at all of it since the start of the year, so you know, I had to jump on here and figured I'd go live and let you all be a part of it. I'm trying to see what else I have here. Dun, dun, dun. I know I have the October chase videos, but they're in a different spot, so give me 1 second and I'm going to find them. I thought they were right here. Isn't that right? So while I'm looking for all this footage, how many people in the chat have seen a tornado, in with their own eyes in real life? Just curious for everybody that's in there. Let me know in the chat if you have seen a tornado or not. Oh, here's just a random photo. Here you go. You want to see a lot of hail on the road? What in the heck is that? There we go. Look at that. That's hail piled up on the road. That's crazy, right? That was from another year storm chasing, but I always think that's fun to see just because it's a lot of people just think when it hails, it's just a little bit of hail. Some other tornadoes I've seen in the past. Hold on, I'm trying to find my October videos. Where did I put you? Is it on the G somewhere? Nope. Does anybody else have multiple hard drives, and when they go to try to find things, you're like, I need to get so much better at hard drive management. I'm so terrible at it. So let's see. I'm sorry, the chat's a little delayed. So Carol says seen several. JDX says multiple times. Mr. Cumberbottom I have in Canada 3 times. Very cool. Finally got Edward Clownfish. I'll put it in the Discord. Okay, cool. Awesome. Thanks. Why is it always a dirt road? I feel like it always is a dirt road. Carly, never. I live in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, if you live in the Pacific Northwest, it's going to be difficult to see a tornado. They definitely do not happen that often here. Here, I'm going to put this. Oh, wait. How long is this one? Nope, that one's short. I'm going to go use the bathroom real fast, but I'm going to play this video while I do so you guys can have something to watch.
Down off of a nice funnel. Tornado on the ground. Yes.
Alright, I'm back. And I use nose spray so I can breathe. Whew! Feels good to be able to breathe, everyone. Alright, so now I can go back and find that footage. And I think I can do it not having to hold P the whole time. That's the worst. So I'll keep this playing while I look, so at least you got something to look at here. Alright, so I found the other stuff. I know, right?
Get closer.
No sound. Okay, Carol. Very cool. So I'm catching up on the chat real fast, everybody. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this one. Well, I'll let it play a little bit longer. I think most of you have already seen this one. This was from earlier. But this is just like edited together with it all together. Alright, so this is we're gonna go now to some of my footage from October. My October chases here, and so you'll get to see a difference. This is a little bit more of a preview of what more of the footage will look like. It's a little shaky because I didn't have like a gimbal yet for my or for my mirrorless camera, but you'll see the quality of photo. The quality of video is going to be a lot better in the future here. So this was in October, southern Oklahoma. Yeah, these are some wild stuff here. Yeah, I need to get a dash mount. The wind was blowing so hard, I was having a hard time even keeping my camera steady. That's why I need a gimbal that'll really help with that kind of stuff. See me out here getting some B-roll footage. This was the day my friend Lydia came, and this is also the day that my tripod fell and I broke a $2,000 lens. Yeah, it sucked a lot. There's Lydia. Lydia's my neighbor. She's dope. She was chasing with me that day out here in a cotton field. This is when we were waiting for the storm to stop. Yeah, these clouds, especially for October, man. Crazy looking storms for October.
That's always sunny.
That's when you know you're in a tornado warning. When your phone's going off while you're in the middle of chasing. If you ever wonder how YouTube people get like their B-roll footage for their stuff, there's some B-roll footage in my car. This was me just basically doing some test stuff. Hey. Me out playing with my drone before the storms came. There's Lydia taking pictures of the cloud straight above her. There's me controlling my drone. Waving at it like a doofus. So that's where it was when it fell, by the way. Hey, there's my bald head. Just some more B-roll footage of me shooting photos with my drone. Drones are fun, by the way. Other storm chasers out here waiting. This is when we were waiting for initiation. Storms. I have anything fun on the GoPro from this one.
Yeah, just keep it on those clouds.
Yes.
get any on the top of my head. For now, Tristan, but maybe in the future. Still a nasty day. Super cool. No tornadoes, but like I said, not always the sign of a successful chase. I mean, look at that crazy looking clouds out there, just looking crazy. CH, how many years have you been chasing? This coming up year, I'm completing 9. 9 years. With my orange beard. It's blue now. This is
zoom in a little
so
bit.
This is the
That's
TikTok
right
live streams.
I realized that because I just tried to get my drone out.
So these are the live streams. Let me see. It was nice this day because Lydia was helping me there. There's that video that you just saw earlier.
Just north of Snyder, Oklahoma. Storm is moving northeast.
A lot of interesting stuff there. 2 days later, to my head. We didn't see much of that day either. It's a cool little funnel. See the rain just moving, the shafts of rain moving there. See the rain bands up above the buildings. Apparently I'm a broken record because I said that on live stream. We'll go back and have a little fun for anybody that was on some of those TikTok streams. Let's see. See if we can find some tornadoes.
To the center of the storm, the hell core of it.
There's my... People always ask to see the radar. It was there for a second.
A little wall clap.
Okay, so this is for people who will say like, "Oh, you photo can you SM?" I don't... What SMs? I have no idea what you're talking about, Victoria. But anyway, people talk about
okay.
Crazy looking skies. Look at this. That's just what the sky looked like.
No.
This was in Colorado. Look at that.
Crazy looking sky.
Like, I mean, really, you can't make that up. That blue, that's just insane. So I'm trying to see if this was where...
All right, get through it, but we'll see.
One of these... One, was it? One of these was when I had to kind of get out of the way of a tornado. Is it this one?
Oh, there's some damage up here, looks like maybe. Yep.
The face tree. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. All right. Well, I think for now I'm probably going to end it relatively soon here as far as the video portion goes, because I think I've pretty much gotten through all the major stuff, and I don't want to like go through hours of TikToks on here with everyone. That would be like that would be pretty wild and not very entertaining. You can watch me try to get unstuck here though.
Time of the year at the end of May, it stays dark until like 9.
Oh, this was terrible. This one I got all the clay in my wheel wells and had to go.
Why am I moving? Because, sorry, I did not want to stay stuck, guys. I was in a pretty sketch position. And
this is in Nebraska. This was terrible. I was up until like 3 in the morning. I had to go to like a car wash and take all the tires off my car, spray them all off. It was really miserable.
On this hill right now is also about to be a little sketchy, so I'm going to try not to slide all the way down. I don't know if you can see my...
Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off too, JDX. I'm just going to get on here for a little bit before I leave. And I'll answer any questions. If anyone has any last questions for me. Can I smell what the rock is cooking when I see the tornadic compound? No, I don't think so. I mean, you do smell rain, but it's not what the rock is cooking. It smells like dirt. I think that's what rain smells like to me. It's like dirt. Like fresh dirt. Yeah, the tornado was coming towards us, Tristan, in that part as well. I was sitting there. But yeah, I'll before I go off here, I'll answer some questions if anyone has before I jump off this live. Let me grab the TikTok. Probably will end this as well. Everybody on TikTok, I appreciate you guys being on here. You're awesome. Rock on. See you guys later. Whew. Slight bit of a delay. We've been streaming for about 2 hours. I feel like that's a relatively good amount of time. Oh, man. I'm kind of tired. Oh, by the way, you can get this merch. You want to Edgar the Storm Chaser hoodie? I have zero shame, by the way, everyone. I'm like, have that. I have my See You in Hell shirt. It's actually nice to do a stream that's not 8 hours long, because that's what all of them have been lately. Alright, well, it's not looking like I got any questions, so I'm going to end it here. I appreciate all y'all being on my live stream tonight. Please make sure you like, subscribe. Please like the video, or subscribe at the bare minimum. It should be good. Tristan says stop yawning. I can't help yawning. I'm tired. And I'm getting ready to end my stream, so I actually can go to sleep. I don't have to stream till like 1 in the morning. But yeah, so I really appreciate all y'all being on the live stream. You're awesome. That's all I got to say. Have a good one. Peace. Oh, hey guys.